In today's video, I'm going to be playing a clip for you where Shannon Sharp and Sheryl Underwood were having a conversation about breadwinner in the family, cooperation. You know how they used to cooperate back then in traditional marriages. So stay tuned, and I'm going to roll that clip right about now.
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship. You mean any man I'm with?
Yeah.
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship.
But would you be okay if you were?
I'm not. There's no man I know from you or he got a regular job. He work at a warehouse. He is the head of the household. He is the breadwinner. I will chip in as he see fit because he's the head. Now, this is the way I was raised. A lot of women not going to agree with me.
No, they ain't gonna agree with that.
I'm cool if you don't.
The breadwinner, he has normally, that person has the larger voice in the relationship.
Even if I make more money, it doesn't make me the breadwinner.
Oh, okay.
Before we continue, I would like to just say, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you would get more valuable content of the things that I put out on my YouTube channel. Okay, let's get right into it. Now that you've seen the video, honestly, this video has been making its way around social media. It's a viral video simply because it's not popular anymore to be in a traditional marriage, for the woman to be under the man's leadership. It's no longer popular. Back then, yes, it used to be. And to have a celebrity, Sheryl Underwood, come out and say it, when women say these things, other women come and start attacking. So the thing is, why were women so traditional back then? Because honestly, I believe that men have not changed very much. They have changed just a smidget, just a little bit, simply because, of course, women have changed. So men follow the change that women bring about, you see. But men have, over the years, up until present day, still remained in general, their traditional selves. They're the provider, they're the leader, they're the problem solver, they're the strategist in the family. They lift the family and put the family on their shoulders. They take an L for the family, or they take a W for the family. Either which way, everything gets blamed on the man, or everything gets heaped on the man's shoulders and stuff like that. That's how men traditionally, from time immemorial, that's how they have been the whole way through. So, but in today's day, ever since women have liberated themselves sexually and gone into the workforce in mass, women have now become very modern. A few men, yes, have become modern as well. But the thing is that even though women are now modern, they're boss chicks, boss queen, boss babe, the usual rhetoric that women use, and that they're strong and independent and they don't need a man. They want a man, but they don't need a man. They're not even sure what it is that they're saying. It is very, very, very refreshing, in my view, to see another woman who is an actual celebrity, as in her voice counts. The things that she utters from her mouth, it does count, and people take that into consideration. So that means that she has a very large platform, and whatever she says goes a mighty long way. For someone like Sheryl Underwood to come and start saying things like, oh, even though, if I make more money in my relationship, I'm still under my man's leadership. That was so refreshing for me to hear, because I'm like, okay, the more women start to get it and start to realize that that is what works better than what we have now, the family dynamics we have now, where the women are strong and independent, the women don't listen to the men, the women get to go out there and do whatever it is they want to do. The women can tear her family down just to satisfy her own personal needs. You see, that's the family dynamics that we have now. We have more selfishness in women. Yes, I said it. Women are more selfish today than they ever were back then. But you have to look at the outcomes, though. See, that's the thing. That's what we're going to talk about today. You have to look at the outcomes, or the results of modern women today in marriages, in committed relationships as well. Those who choose not to go the legal marriage route, but they stay in these long-term committed relationships. Look at the results of the women in these type of marriages and these type of relationships that are more modern minded. Look at their results. Their results are worse than when women back then were more traditional presenting. You see, people back then, they understood that we have to do what works for the greater good. You see, men have remained that way. Most men have remained that way. Men would typically go out there and say, I'm doing this thing for my family. Not just for myself, but it's going to benefit the family. But the modern woman says, I'm going to do this one thing for myself, for my joy, my happiness, my satisfaction. So do you see those are two different pathways? And that's why relationships cannot work. So do men have to choose carefully who they marry or who they get into a long-term committed relationship with? Absolutely. That's why conversations need to be had. You know, I would really wish that modern women would get with modern men and y'all duke it out over there and leave traditional men to go, be with the more traditionally minded women. It'll just work better that way. I'm not saying that, modern women will never get married. Yes, they will. But how about you go marry your kind? Your kind is modern men, men who would let you do anything and everything with zero accountability and no repercussions. Modern women should get with those type of men. And whether it works out or not, that's on them. But no, modern women say no. Modern women, as modern as they are, as liberated as they are from men, they still want to go back to traditional men, because the traditional men are those type of men that call women to order. Women need order. I don't care how boss chick she is, how strong and independent she is, how, I got my own, this, that, and the third. It doesn't matter. Traditional men, which, are more masculine presenting, those are the type of men that stand on their 10 toes. You hear me? And they stand firm in what they believe in, and they call women to order. There is nothing negative about that. That actually helps marriages and committed relationships to work long term. You see, when women get together with men and when men get together with women, they're looking for what's going to work long term. We have seen the results. The results are in. People who are in a more traditional relationship, more traditional marriage, it works long term with less gripe, less squabble, and all that kind of stuff. But women who are more modern minded, their relationships are full of turmoil. I'm not saying traditional relationships are not full of turmoil, but when you, as that modern woman, you want to be lord over the man. I make more money. I'm the breadwinner because I make more money. Therefore, I have more leeway to do whatever it is that I want to do. That does not work long term in a marriage relationship or in a committed relationship. It just doesn't. The results are in. Go and check the stats. You can see it does not work. We see how women did it back then in their marriages, and we're seeing how women are doing it now with that modern mindset. It doesn't work. I just want to hug Sheryl Underwood right now. I really do, because I love what she said. What is best for our society today is not all this modern woke stuff running around all over the place, redefining what marriage is. Marriage comes from a traditional standpoint, and it should stay that way because it works better. It gives more favorable results. Our feelings gonna get hurt along the way, yes, but we can overcome that. We're grown, we're big, right? And we're grown. So we can overcome that. There's no marriage, no matter how saved and sanctified that marriage is, no matter how traditional that marriage is, no matter how modern it is, there's always going to be something that comes up like strife. But it's to make sure that you stifle the strife so that it doesn't get out of hand. So that's what traditional marriages look like, where the man is at the head, whether he makes more money than the woman or not. So his lordship or his leadership is not contingent on how much he makes. It's because he is the leader that he's supposed to be. And he's not just that he's a leader, but he is a trustworthy leader. He holds his character within his frame as that masculine man. And, the results of his leadership show that they bring positive results to help the family grow and, move forward in a very positive way. It's his character that shows he's worthy of being the leader, regardless of how much money he makes. Cheryl Underwood said her thing, and she said it correctly. And you can see that actually so far. Look at a lot of modern women out there, on these social media streets, crying that they want a man, they can't get a man. The men that are available now are trashy, dusty, musty, crusty, all the stuff that they always say. And they say those things because they cannot get the type of man that they want, because the type of man they want most likely does not want them back. They don't fit the role of a traditional woman. Therefore, the traditional man that they're looking for, they cannot get that type of man. So of course they're going to come out and say, all these silly things that they've been saying, for the past, however many years that they've been saying it, only for them to cope. That's just a way for them to go to bed and sleep at night and calm themselves down. That's why they say these things like, oh, I don't need a man, but I want a man. Yes, I get it. There are some women who just true to themselves do not want a man, but that they're only the minority. Majority of women want a man. They want to be in a committed relationship. Most of them want to be married in a married, committed relationship. Most of them want that. All right, drop down in the comment section and let me know what it is that you think about this video. I know that this Sheryl Underwood and Shannon Sharp, that video clip has been traveling, making its way around social media. So let's keep this discussion going, because here on my channel, we discuss all things traditional marriage. That's what we discuss. All right, until the next video, I will see you later. Bye.